Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I apologize to our panel of witnesses. Um, I watched you, Mr. Goldstein, and you, Mr. Weber, on the TV, so I got some of it, but I didn't receive the benefit from you. But I want to thank you and the chairman for having this hearing today. So incredibly important, as we know, and as I travel out to rural Alaska and visit with kids, it's really great. Everyone has a cell phone. But you know what? I would venture to say that not only the vast majority, but maybe 95% of those kids are not on any plan. It's their camera. But their ability to really utilize the technology that other children around the country might have access to are limited. I think about the direct impact on how you educate a child. Our state has moved to a testing system where you do your tests online. I believe it was the village of, I think it was Sand Point out in the Aleutians, remote fishing village out there, and mostly probably Aleut families. System can't maintain itself during the time of testing. The system crashes. So they're like, okay, well, we're just going to test one grade at a time. System still crashes. What they ended up doing, one kid at a time takes the standardized exam till they get through everyone in the school. The impact for us on access to health care. As you know, in Alaska, we've been extraordinarily innovative when it comes to telehealth, and we make up for the lack of providers in these rural communities with our telehealth carts. You can have a community health aide on the line with somebody in Anchorage, and it's all beautiful, it's all fabulous, except when you need it most and everything freezes, which when I was out in Unalaska and they were demonstrating to me the new infrastructure that they have, they said we have everything except for the piece that connects it all together. And so you don't have reliable health care. You don't have reliable education. I was out in the Bering Straits region. We were out in the community of Savunga, out on St. Lawrence Island. There's a lot of maritime traffic that we're seeing as more and more ships are coming through the straits, as we're seeing ice freed up. Shipping's increased by nearly 60% in the last 8 years. But what happens is you don't have the ability to communicate with these vessels that are coming through who are trying to basically ensure that there's ship-to-shore communications. And in the meantime, what you have are walrus hunters who are out in a 20-foot skiff in open water, and you've got some big vessel, some big tanker bearing down on you. If you don't know what is coming and what is going, some of the hunting groups are literally forced to call someone on land. So they've got their sat phone in the boat. They call someone on land, and then that person calls a vessel tracking service provider to find the contact information for the ship before they can directly communicate with that vessel to let them know you've got whalers in the area, you've got walrus hunters in the area. So we're talking about some life and death situation.